Our MLB previews continue here with part 2 as we travel to the NL West, home of the National League champion Arizona Diamondbacks. As always, we are asking the biggest question facing each team heading into the 2024 season. Let's go! Out west, we're going to start with the division champion LA Dodgers. The biggest question for me with the Dodgers entering into this season is, can Dave Roberts manage this team to a full season championship run? We saw in the Shohei Ohtani contract, there are player opt-outs if the general manager changes, if ownership changes, no, they can change the manager and it doesn't affect Shohei. So that leaves some questions in my mind as to what the expectations are for Dave Roberts with this team. It has to be World Series or bust. $700 million for Ohtani. $325 million for Yamamoto. The acquisition of Tyler Glasnow and Manuel Margot. This team is fully loaded and ready to go. The offense should be stellar. The pitching staff, especially the starting pitching, if healthy, should be excellent. Solid bullpen in the making, and we know the Dodgers always add to the bullpen as the season goes on with some real talent. So the question has to be, is Dave Roberts the guy to lead this team to a full season World Series championship in 2024? In the desert, the Arizona Diamondbacks went on a fantastic run making the World Series last season, and for me the question heading into 2024 is, have they plugged all the holes? They've added at third base with Eugenio Suarez. Lourdes Gurriel is back. They've added to the starting rotation with Eduardo Rodriguez. That moves Brandon Pfaadt down to the number 4 spot, which fits him much better going into this season. They've added a DH with Jock Peterson and Randall Grichuk. There is a lot to like about this Diamondbacks team. They hit for a lot of contact last season and ran the bases really well. I would expect more of the same, although they're hoping for some big-time pop from guys like Suarez and Peterson to add to this lineup. The starting rotation should be deeper. The bullpen was fantastic last season, and if they can replicate that performance this year, it looks like the Diamondbacks are ready for another deep playoff run. In San Diego, there were a lot of hopes and dreams dashed in 2023. So for me, the question for the Padres heading into 2024 is, can the new look bullpen help them win close games? The Padres lost a ton of one-run games last year, and that was attributed more to the offense. I think in year 2 of some of these contracts, the offense is going to be better, especially Xander Bogaerts. Ha-Seong Kim had a tremendous year. Manny Machado should be healthier. Fernando Tatis, I expect to be better after a rough season last season offensively after an entire year missed. There is a lot of opportunity with this offense. I think it's going to be better. And they've added so much to this bullpen. Kaz Matsui and Woo-Sok Go are new international free agents in the bullpen. Wandy Peralta came over from the Yankees. They have all kinds of flair from the Yankees, especially in the rotation. Michael King, Randy Vasquez, Johnny Brito. That could be 3/5 of their starting rotation. There is a lot to like about the Padres. I think with expectations down, there is a chance this team could actually overachieve in 2024, and maybe a playoff run is in place this season, unlike last. The San Francisco Giants have gone big game hunting the last couple of off seasons and have come up empty. So the question is this just another year stuck in the mud in San Francisco? They've added a little bit around the edges. Jorge Soler is a nice add. Jung-Hoo Lee, I think, is going to be very, very good. A terrific contact hitter coming over from the Korean League, a la Masataka Yoshida last year at the Red Sox. I think there's a lot to like with Jung-Hoo Lee. The old guard is gone. We see the replacement of Marco Luciano coming in to play shortstop in place of Brandon Crawford. Buster Posey is gone. Brandon Belt is long gone. There's a lot to wonder in San Francisco. Logan Webb is still there to front the rotation. The bullpen looks solid still with Camilo Doval, but the question is going to be, where does the offense come from? And if there is no offense, they are going to once again be stuck in the mud in 2024. And lastly, we have the Colorado Rockies. And the biggest question I have in Colorado is, who's going to step forward and become the next face of the franchise in Colorado? It's really been lacking since Trevor Story and Nolan Arenado left. Chris Bryant is supposed to be the guy, but that's been a complete and total waste of money so far in Colorado. Ezekiel Tovar looks like a very promising prospect. He struggled at the plate last year at times, was much better in the second half. They've had a lot of very promising offensive prospects in the system, but they all took a bit of a step back last season. There isn't anybody right on the forefront right now. Hopefully some of those prospects can take a bigger step this season and make their way to Colorado, start to show something in Colorado, and get something fans can really invest in the Rockies. The question is always going to be, can they find any sort of pitching? And the pitching was bad last year, so hopefully they can find a little bit. Cal Quantrill's a very interesting piece, although I don't know how well he's going to fit in Colorado, the type of pitcher that he is. There's still a bunch of injuries with the pitching staff as well, especially German Marquez. If they can get healthy, if the young guys can start taking a step forward, that would be a very good season for the Rockies. They aren't going to be anywhere near the division title, but hopefully we can find the next face of the franchise moving forward. Thank you so much for making it all the way end of part 2 of our MLB preview. If you haven't seen the first video talking about the AL West, make sure you go check that out. As well, I've got a bunch of baseball analytics videos I did over the offseason. You should go check those out so you know everything there is about analytics moving into the 2024 season. Until next time, make sure you subscribe to the channel as we put on the race for 500 subscribers. Take care, everyone.